Hello, Dirty Truckin'. I'm back at the crib. While I was out, got an alert that there was, once again, motion in the living room. The recording says it came in at 2:12 a.m. And that's unusual. Because after I viewed the footage, all you see is some little white particles just going around in circles and then they disappear. Out the whole day, I'm quite sure particles has been floating around in this apartment. It has not triggered the camera at all. But at 2:12 a.m., some particles triggered the camera, but they look unusual. They look like white balls of light. They don't look like floating dust. You can tell the difference from floating dust. This look like white balls that they go in a circular and then it disappears. I didn't know dust particles glow like that and look they look like it's perfect circle. Perfect circle of light. There's nothing in the living room. There's nobody in the living room. I checked the doorbell camera footage. For that time, there's nobody at that time coming in the door. Nothing. And it's amazing how this camera would alert to motion in the living room when there's nobody in here. And then when you view the footage, you just see these little lights. So when I came home, I sat in another room, turned the camera on, and I'm watching the floating dust particles. I'm looking at the dust particles and looking at the difference of them. I'm looking at the dust particles. When you look at this video, it looked like a circle around little ball just going around in circles. It just come up out of nowhere and then this, and it's another one, and then it just disappears. It's amazing how this fucking camera out the whole day of floating whatever at 2:12. All of a sudden, I get alert to motion in my living room, and it's nothing but appeared to be dust balls. But it don't look like dust. It look like white light. Going around in a circle, twirling around. I'm looking closely at the footage to see if it looks like something been erased or maybe a figure been erased, anything. I don't see anything. It's amazing. It'll record dust, but it didn't record the motherfucker that came in here and switched his journal to black and white interior. Nothing was on footage. This was laying in my bedroom. Something should have been on footage. Nothing was on footage. No alert. No nothing. But I'm sitting here viewing footage of a camera saying there's motion in the living room and it's some white light. My camera is set to pick up a person. Not dust particles. Now I'm sitting here. The camera's on. The window's open. Those same dust particles is floating around. I'm in the living room. I'm trying to keep still to see if I get an emotion alert from some particles floating around the camera. Even though I got the living room light on, this camera supposedly is picking up particles that look like white light. It's unbelievable. Then my doorbell camera, I come in, it has me coming in color. I turn the light on in the kitchen. Then you hear a click, and then it goes into night vision. After I turn the light on, And the hallway is still lit. It should have never went to night vision, period. When I opened the door, I was opening it. If it was supposed to go to night vision, it should have did it briefly when I opened the door. But the camera still has footage of me and entering the door in the hallway. So it should have never went to night vision, period. Because when I came in, I flicked the light on immediately. And you see the light is on in the kitchen and you hear click. Then it switches to night vision. What the fuck kind of shit is this? Nobody at 212 at the doorbell camera coming in here. My camera is recording some white globe looking like light that looks like dust, but it ain't dust because I'm looking at the dust particles that's actually floating. I came home and I sat there, turned my camera on my phone, looking for these particles that's floating in front of the camera. I don't see anything. These particles must be so fine and only camera eye can see them. But I'm going to attach the link to the footage that my camera recorded of some so-called motion in the fucking living room.